For 4 days of testimony this week in the preliminary hearing for singer David.
He's accused of killing a 14-year-old girl last year. We want to warn you, the testimony...
Nima, the first thing I want to ask you about is what came out just within the last couple of hours, that Celeste was pregnant at 13, had an abortion. They were texting about it, her and David. How will this play into the case?
Major developments have emerged from a Los Angeles courtroom during the preliminary hearing for 21-year-old musician David Anthony Burke, professionally known as D4VD. Burke has pleaded not guilty to charges including first-degree murder, child sexual abuse, and unlawful dismemberment following the discovery of 14-year-old Celeste Rivas Hernandez. Before we examine these critical legal proceedings, please kindly support factual, in-depth, true crime analysis by liking this video and subscribing to 3 True Crime Stories and turn on notifications. This is a community where we track ongoing court cases with thorough research and dedication to the truth.
How will this play into the case?
Brian, David is done. I don't anyone will let him off with that text message. I loved you. I killed my kid for you. I mean, it was so powerful. You hear about this sexual relationship that started when she was just 11 years old, impregnates her, has her get an abortion, and then allegedly stabs, kills her. And we heard the testimony today that she had a lacerated liver, wounds to her lung, and then chopped her up with a chainsaw. I mean, there's really no chance for the defense here. I think if you're sort of looking at how this case is going to go, I'm thinking if I had to defend this case, what do I do with the sex crimes, right? I think maybe you have to admit them if you're the defense, at least kind of get that out of the way. And then, I don't know what they're going to do with respect to the death. There was some cross-examination on maybe it was self-inflicted or it was an overdose, but the sex crimes themselves, wow, Brian. I mean, it was so incredibly powerful this afternoon.
Yeah, it was awful. And overall, it's just been one of the most gruesome cases that I can remember being in a courtroom for. And they showed all the photos. Everything has been on display in the courtroom. Even today, the graphic images shown in court that prompted Hernandez, Celeste's parents, to actually leave the courtroom. And they stayed for a lot of it, but today it was apparently just too much. How does that amplify pressure on the case?
Well, I give credit to Deputy District Attorney Beth Silverman to give the family a heads up. They were in the courthouse, and at least they didn't have to hear medical examiner Dr. Ho's really.
Inside the courtroom, prosecutors presented newly recovered digital evidence from Burke's personal devices and cloud accounts that provided crucial context regarding the history between the recording artist and the victim. Detectives testifying on the stand outlined nearly 50 photographs and videos depicting intimate material involving the underage victim, as well as extensive text message logs spanning several years. The nature of the physical exhibits prompted the victim's family to step out of the proceedings before the items were formally reviewed into evidence. The text records reviewed by law enforcement revealed an intimate relationship that traced back to when Celeste was 11 years old and Burke was 17. Message logs from early 2024 detailed a confirmed pregnancy when Celeste was 13, along with conversations surrounding a medical procedure to terminate it. In text exchanges read into the record, Burke questioned the paternity, to which Celeste confirmed he was the father, before expressing deep personal remorse in later communications regarding the termination. Further digital records introduced during the hearing highlighted long-term coordination between the two.
Hi there. It's a case where every new detail has been more gruesome than the last. On Friday, the court heard explicit testimony from detectives who retrieved photos from David's cell phone detailing his sexual relationship with Celeste Rivas Hernandez. The medical examiner also describing exactly how the teenage girl was killed. David, whose real name is David Anthony Burke, looked on as prosecutors revealed those text messages recovered from his cell phone.
Message logs from February 2024 revealed plans under the phrase Operation Awesome, where Burke urged the teenager to pack her belongings, run away from her family home, and prepare to move in with him. The records showed discussions about future travel, marriage, and living together, establishing that Burke actively initiated and driven these arrangements. This newly presented digital timeline challenges earlier assumptions regarding the nature of their dynamic. Rather than showing a distant or one-sided dynamic, the text records demonstrate continuous, direct involvement over an extended period. Simultaneously, testimony from the Los Angeles County Deputy Medical Examiner confirmed that Celeste died from multiple sharp force injuries to her torso. While defense attorneys questioned the exact timeline and forensic methods, prosecutors maintain that these combined digital and physical elements establish clear probable cause. The preliminary hearing continues as the court evaluates whether the accumulated evidence is sufficient to send the case to a full criminal trial. If you value responsible, fact-based legal coverage tailored for mature viewers who expect clear and respectful presentation, please hit the like button and subscribe to 3 True Crime Stories to stay fully informed as official trial proceedings unfold.